Hey guys, good evening. It's past 10 while this video is out, and it's another interesting day in the stock market because we saw the Philippine Stock Exchange index move past the 6,500 level. If you remember the video that I posted just yesterday, I said that we were just a few days above the psychological 6,000 level, and then we saw the market suddenly push up 271 points the day, putting it up more than 4.35%. And what's interesting about that is while the market was moving up and the market was staying, holding, going above the previous resistances and solidifying itself, solidifying those areas as a new support, it was accompanied by a lot of volume. It was accompanied by a large value turnover. If you would look at it, the value turnover today was around 10.8 billion pesos. And if you follow the previous videos that I noted when we were consolidating, when we were moving sideways, the market really didn't have as much conviction, didn't have as much volume. And that's what's so interesting about it. Because for markets to move up, it's very, very important that we see volume. We see a large value turnover. And that's what we're seeing right now. So key ingredients before I continue with this video, we're up again. We continue in the breakout. It gives us more evidence that the previous resistance is becoming the new support. And while all of that is happening, volume is there. Now, that being said, today, foreigners bought. We have a net foreign buying of around 1.37 billion pesos. And for those who watched the previous video, I posted about GT Capital. I mentioned that GT Capital had a large surge, and it headlined also it's one of the most active stocks for today with close to a billion pesos worth of value turnover. Then you add the other large caps from AC, SM Prime, BPI, SM, Ali, BDO, Metrobank, all leading the way, hence pushing our markets at a much faster pace. So this video will be divided into two parts. I'm gonna continue with my normal technical analysis, showing you what the charts is, where the price action is. Is it reversing? Is it bouncing? Should you sell? Should you buy? Should you hold? Etc. That's one. Then I'm gonna give you also a sense of where the market is. Then lastly, I'm gonna try to answer the question that because when the market was up, I got a lot of questions from a lot of people asking why is it up? Diba, Marvin, you said that the economy won't be as good. That there's that we had a negative GDP for the first quarter, and there's a possibility that the second quarter also will have will contract again. Thus, two consecutive quarters of contraction, noting that the Philippine economy is hitting a recession. So, with all of that bad economic data, whatever you want to, wherever, however you want to pronounce it, with all that bad economic data, why is it up when there's people who lost their jobs, when unemployment is not there, when there's still no cure? So why is it up? So there, threefold video technicals. Where are we in the market, and why are we up? So let's look at the charts first, and then let's continue and take everything from there. So by the way, if you missed the last video, was my analysis on GT Capital. But now let's look at where the PSEI is. But for those who are asking and you're new to this and you really haven't had the chance to analyze everything, now from the intraday low of the market, we already see the PSEI up 61.2% from mid March. So if you are a mutual fund investor and somehow no nagkataon timing when the market opened, please remember that the large drop here, there was a space in between it. We had the lockdown, then we were closed for 2 days, then boom, the markets opened. And if you already had an idea that bibentahan siya because the markets in around the world also were going down at that time, and then you knew it was low and you bought, then you would have been up 61.2%. But if hindi mo na sa low yung 4,000 level, the closing price at that time was around the closing price at that time, let me double check so I say it properly to all of you, was around 4,600. So With that, it's still up also around 41.7%. Not bad given that it's just more than 2 months from where we were. So let's continue. If you remember the video that I posted yesterday, I said that we are above the 6,000, the psychological 6,000 level, which up to today, we're still continually pushing above those levels. I placed this yesterday as a resistance level, the 5933, somewhere around that level. And I also mentioned that we broke past the 6,000 psychological barrier. So as of today, we are seeing a couple of things that are being confirmed from our analysis of yesterday. Number one, it reiterates that the 5,933 level of support, previous resistance, now new support, is holding. We are more than 3+ days above it already. And while all of that is happening, volume is still pretty much consistent, meaning a lot of people are participating in this higher volume, but not just higher volume, higher than average volume. For those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, please look at our scenarios when the market is moving up or the stocks that you're watching is moving up and it's accompanied by volume. I think it's in scenario one of our price and volume analysis. So you can reference it from there from your handout. So anyways, uh, you see large price action from the day-to-day movements of the chart. You see it that the large green candles confirming that there's buying. Then you see it also, all of that buying is confirmed by volume. Then you see it also that the MACD is confirming it. Then you also see that the 20 and the 50-day moving averages are confirming its bullishness. Then you see it above the 6,000 psychological support level. Now, something happened again today that's worth noting that further confirms bullish moves for the index as a whole. What's that? It's the breakout from the 100-day moving average. Now, from the video that I posted yesterday, it's now going to challenge most likely this. It has a shot, it has a chance to go to the 7,000 level, given that you have a resistance at the 200-day moving average, given that it's also shown from the previous support level. Please do note, it's also in my book, Breaking the Resistance, that previous support levels become the new resistance, and it's pretty evident here that the 7,076 level was a previous support, and now it's being the new resistance. So if it continues, no, if the PSCI would continue on its upward move, the next foreseeable target price, the next foreseeable resistance is the 7,076 level. And but before we get so excited about that, you will see that from the 6.5 level, it still has to go up more than 4,400 plus points for it to reach the 7,000 level. So it's still a way off. I am not saying it's not gonna hit there, but there will be also some movements from that point to where it is right now. So that being said, current range of support is a 5933 level. Current resistance is the 7,076 level. So, another area that you could plot as your support is the 100-day moving average that we're seeing right now. So a couple of things just from the charts. What we do know right now is the stock is moving up because of the breakout from the 5933 level. It's breaking out because the 20 and the 50-day moving averages are bullish. It's breaking out because MACD is showing us confirmation that it's actually showing us more bullish signs, uh, not just reversals, but not just a change in direction, but showing us that there's more bullishness coming in. Then volume is confirming everything. So if you're asking me why is the market up from a technical point of view, it's because of uh, all of those parameters that I've mentioned, and the way we structure our trading plans should be based on that. If you watch my previous videos, that I would always say you need to work on a plan, you need to create your parameters, you need to create a trading plan as you start analyzing the stocks that you're looking at. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what I want to zero in. You need to have a trading plan brought about by parameters from technical analysis and brought about by parameters from fundamental analysis, and then you marry those together and make it your battle plan, make it your trading plan, and it's something that's unique. It's something not that is different from mine. It's different from your friend, and it's different from everyone else. That's why you can never compare your own trades with other people. You can never compare yourself with other people because the way you analyze, the cash that you have, the tenure that you have, the the amount of money that you have is way different from everyone else. That's why it has to be a personal stock trading decision for you. So those are my parameters from a technical point of view. So it's up because the technicals are confirming that it's bullish. It's up because buyers have continued to come in, but not uh, but not uh, but not just primarily because of what's happening, but primarily also because of the possibility that buyers are crowding the markets. So that being said, I want to talk about also next possible scenarios in the market. Why is it? Will the market continue to go up? You have to also regard the things that I've mentioned earlier, that percentage wise, it's already up. Percentage wise, we're seeing it from the intraday, from the closing price of the March levels, up 41.7%. So what does that mean? There will come a point in time that people who bottom picked will also want to sell. There will come a point in time that people who uh, had signals of selling will want to come out of that position. There will come a point in time where people who picked up certain stocks will want to sell, and they also want to get out, and they also want to take profits. So at the end of the day, without a cure, it still places a shroud of uncertainty to a lot of investors. Without a cure, it still places a shroud of uncertainty that we don't know how long that this will drag in. So if people sell, it's primarily because of that. And you can't blame people also for taking profits, because at the end of the day, traders, investors, fund managers, institutions, wherever they are, their main goal also, that's why they're in the markets, is they want to take profits. Their main goal also, that's why they're in the markets, because uh, they want to earn, they want to sell, they want to also make money. So if selling happens, you shouldn't be also surprised, because these are people who want to make money, given that there's still uncertainty going on. Now, why is it up? If the GDP is down, uh, unemployment is higher, people have lost jobs, OFWs have gone home, banks have strengthened their loan loss provisions, already thinking that there might be people who might not be able to uh, pay for their loans. So why is it up? Please do remember this, that the stock market is a forward-looking market. When I say the stock market is a forward-looking market, it anticipates signs of good news, push investors to react on a positive way. And if there's a glimmer of positive news that we have right now, it's just basically the GCQ. So I really believe that this gives hope to some investors that because of the GCQ, the economy starts to open up already, and you start to see industries getting better. You start to see businesses start to flourish. You start to see things starting to revitalize. So as it starts to revitalize, and as businesses start to get better, there's now people saying that it may not be as bad as what everyone else thinks it is. So the reason why it's up is because it's forward looking. People are anticipating the hope of good things. That's why they start to buy. It does not mean the economy is recovering already, because for sure at the second quarter of the year, the GDP of the country will most likely contract, and it will be still worse than the first quarter of the year. But what I want to zero in also is the fact that it's a forward looking market. You also have to factor in that it dropped massively in March. The drop that we have right now, from 20 highs of 2018 to where we are, from 9,000 it dropped to 4,000 intraday. That was a very, very large drop also. And some of the stocks, that the large cap stocks, some of the stocks that were inside the index also got massively dropped far below its valuations. So the reason why people are saying that it's down, it should be down, but we've already seen it gone down. The forward looking ability of the market is what brought markets down in March. And please do note, it dropped in March. We didn't even know what the GDP result was for the first quarter. We didn't even know how long the lockdown will be. But a lot of people were already deciding on that based on the absence of information. Please remember, with the absence of information, there comes imagination, and when there's imagination and uncertainty, people will try to stay in the sidelines first. And that's what we saw in March. And now, when things are starting to get clearer, people are having a sense that they wanted to buy. Again, since it's forward looking, it does not mean that the economy is better. It just means that there are more people who are more optimistic based on what they're seeing, and they think that this GCQU removes some of the uncertainty in the market. Because I also have to say this, it's uncertainty that takes people out. If there's uncertainty and they don't know what's going to happen, they're going to stay in the sidelines. If there's uncertainty and they don't know what's going to happen, they're going to stay away from their position. If there's uncertainty and they don't know where to go next, they're going to stay in cash first. So now, as less and less of that uncertainty is happening, then you see people start to come in. Remember what I said in the previous videos, that dadating yung point na magre-reverse din yung market. It doesn't matter if it's a U-shape or a V-shape reversal, but a reversal will happen. And when I said that when a reversal will happen, when there's lesser risk already and you can start coming in, the problem that you will have there though is prices will be higher. You won't be able to buy it as where it was when there was maximum fear. So please remember this. The rule of thumb will always be, at the time when there's maximum fear, when there's maximum uncertainty, that's probably the best time to buy. But at the moment when that's happening, it feels so scary because you don't know what's going on and you don't know what's going to happen. But in the same way, when you flip it, also, at the time when there's lesser fear, lesser uncertainty, markets are relatively higher. That's what we're seeing right now. So I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope this is something that somehow tempered everything and at least gave you a holistic view. But what I really do believe still is, from an economic standpoint, we still have a long way to go to get better. We still don't know how much of a hit the jobs will have, how much of a hit we will have for people who can't pay out their loans. We still don't know how many people are not buying their cars, how many people are not buying new houses and condos, and how big the impact is this will have for the entire economy. So that's what I'm saying. We're not yet out of the woods from economic and a business aspect, but the opening up of the economy provides more people a sense of lesser uncertainty, and that's why they're buying. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that added insight and value to all of you. And that's why this is the third video for the day. But I just love doing stuff like this. I just love doing these videos because yun lang eh. I'll never stop adding content, giving content to all of you, because I really believe that this is what I can give the country. This is something that I can do. I'm not an expert in medicine. I'm not an expert in law or in politics. But what I do know is I just want to play my part. I just want to help. And for me, it's bringing more and more people towards financial freedom. And for me, it's teaching you guys that wherever you are in the world, you can build wealth by creating assets. You can build wealth by investing. You can build wealth by deploying capital to certain items that will help you grow. And I hope that this strengthens you, and I hope that this gives you insight wherever you are. And I don't know, I want to give as much hope to people. Also, that I want to use this platform, that aside from me talking about stocks, that this latter parts of the video, I hope that you never give up, you never lose hope, that you never stop dreaming, you never stop believing. That you may have lost money in your business, you may have lost your job, you may be a freelancer and you've lost something, but it's never the end. It's never the end. You never stop dreaming, you never stop hoping, you never stop believing, you never stop pursuing the dream. You just keep on fighting. Never stop believing in yourself, because God has never stopped believing in you. No matter what's going on, it's not yet the end. It's not yet the end. I don't know why I'm saying this and for who this may be for. I know that this is a finance investing channel, but uh, above and beyond giving information, I believe the world needs also inspiration. That there's something that you need to hope for, fight for. And when you look at the TV, you look at social media, it's all negative, it's all people fighting, it's all hate. And I hope that this channel provides not just information for you on how to make money, but that I give you as much also that there's something worth fighting for, there's something worth living for, that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, there's still hope. And I hope that if you guys have any questions, just send it. Just put them in the comment section. If this is something that's helping you, even the non-stock market related stuff, just put them below because I'm just gonna continue uh, doing all of this for you guys. And yun, links are down below. Stock Smarts Manila, the books, the online courses, Patreon, all of the other links. If you want to support all of the other things that I'm doing, they're all in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, appreciate it if you can subscribe and hit hit the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing and about the stock market. And please do press the like button because it shows this video to more and more Filipinos. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that this video is something that's worth watching. So that's it for now. I'm a bit tired because 3 videos in a day and I filmed 4 more videos pa. Watch out for this video with Dodong Kakanando in the next few days and another video with Rica Hernandez also in the next few days. So there. Uh, yeah, that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Marvin Germo still here in BGC, not leaving even if we're in GCQ already. God bless you all.